In this parsha, Shemos, the Torah tells us how Pare was trying to convince Shifra and Puah, Miriam and Yocheved, to kill all the firstborns. The Pasuk tells us that they didn't listen to Paro. V'terena hamyaldes es Elokim. They feared Hashem, and as a reward, vayas lahem batim. Hashem gave them houses. There's a very interesting teaching from the Ishvitzer. The Meir Shiloach writes that the nature of fear of heaven, when done properly, is unlike other fears. When a person is afraid, it makes them uncomfortable. It makes them anxious. However, says the Ishvitzer, when someone has proper Yirah Shamayim, when someone has proper fear of heaven, all of a sudden they feel more calm. They feel at ease. It says, "Vaterena hamyaldes es Elokim," that the Shifra and Miriam and Yocheved feared Hashem, vayas lahem batim. They got houses. A house makes you feel secure. You're at home. You're comfortable in your home. That the fear of heaven made them feel at ease and made them feel comfortable. Now the question is, though, often we find that someone, when they fear Hashem and they're overwhelmed by all the details of halacha, it doesn't make them feel at ease. It makes them feel overwhelmed. It makes them feel anxious. And if the Ishbitzer is telling us that real, true Yiras Shamayim, real, true fear of heaven and adherence to details of halacha should make you feel calm, then what's missing? How do we look at halacha and Yiras Shamayim in a more healthy way that'll make us feel more at ease and not overwhelmed, God forbid? So I think the answer could be, to explain this, based on a story I once saw. I saw this video that a person went into the Lubavitcher Rebbe, and before he went into the Lubavitcher Rebbe, the Gabbai said that the Rebbe said you should write down a question that you have. So the person says, I don't have a question. So the Gabbai said, the Rebbe said, write down a question, you write down a question. Fine. So the question that he wrote down in English was, if God is so great, why does he get caught up on all the details? So he goes into the Rebbe, and they're talking, and the Rebbe looks at his question, and the Rebbe says, I don't understand. So the person thought the Rebbe didn't speak English, didn't understand, couldn't read English, so he starts to explain, if God is so great, why does he get caught up on all the details of like a milchik spoon, a fleshik pot? And so the Rebbe said, no, I don't understand your question. It's not for God, it's for you. The Rebbe explained, it's not that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is this vengeful God that's just sitting and watching, waiting for you to make a mistake. See, if that's your mentality, then it's very overwhelming, it's very scary. It's a religion of a lot of yeses and no's, and more no's than yeses. The Rebbe said, it's not for God, it's for you. HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants to connect to us. He wants to have a relationship with us. And the same way, if you want to speak to someone, you have to dial a number. HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants to connect to us, and the way to do that is to keep Torah properly. And every other detail of halacha that you keep, that is an added number to make it easier and clearer to speak to him. And says the Rebbe, if a person doesn't adhere to halacha, what upsets Hashem more than anything is that he can't speak to you now, and he can't have that relationship with you that he desperately wants. It's not for God, it's for you. When a Jew thinks of it like this, then all of a sudden all those details of halacha are not overwhelming. Every piece of halacha is another map to find Hashem. In that mentality, it's exciting, it's invigorating. I get to put on tefillin properly. Because when I put on tefillin properly, now I connect to Hashem through my arm and through my mind. And God forbid, I don't want to mess up in halacha, not because I'm scared and I'm going to be punished, but because then I won't be able to have a proper, healthy relationship with Hashem through tefillin. It's not for God, it's for you. When a Jew thinks like this, then all of a sudden, v'yaslam batim. Yiras Shamayim makes you at ease, makes you comfortable. Because every single halacha that you learn, it just makes you one step closer to finding Hashem. Shall be zeichet to find Hashem, to have this mentality. And all of a sudden, v'yaslam batim, our Yiras Shamayim should make us comfortable, happy people, and not, God forbid, people that are overwhelmed. To Mekayim that mitzvah v'yaslam batim here b'meinu amen.